Have you ever wondered what happened to the WWE All Stars sequel? Or at the least wondered why it was cancelled? Because I mean, I know I have. Huh. There was never an All Stars sequel. How bizarre. I wonder why that is. Have you ever wondered why that is? You son of a bitch, that's the smartest thing I've ever heard anyone say about anything. Sid, I know what we're gonna do today. Because anyone that played WWE All Stars knows that this game having a sequel would have been so lit. WWE All Stars was an all-new take on WWE games with fast, fun, fluid, and exciting arcade-style gameplay with WWE superstars and legends. This game was released just before WrestleMania 27 in 2011 and was a part of the life cycle containing the greatest wrestling game of all time. It contained some of the most furious and entertaining gameplay in the entire franchise, along with really fun game modes and match types, which I'll dive into later on. Even to this day, it's really still well received with high scores across the internet. So, what happened? Why didn't they make another All-Stars game to the same success? Well, one of the developers for All-Stars, who worked at the now dead in the water THQ San Diego studio, revealed plans for WWE All-Stars 2, as well as features that were cut from the original game. As for All-Stars 2, I can tell you that we wanted to do many more types of special attacks that work in the same spirit as the RKO. They would have different properties associated with them and could be used in many different ways and situations. I would have made huge changes to the juggle system to allow far more creative combos with aerial attacks. I also wanted to have all the characters be very different and not follow the classes as much. Oh god, it sounds awesome. Why didn't we let bro cook? Quote, they would have had many more unique attacks and combos, and there were also other bounce mechanics we played around with that were really cool. There would have been unique special team moves and setups for guys that play as a team. I would have had unique navigation animations and navigation properties for each character. I would have also pushed to give them their gimmicks and reflect the essence of the character and obviously factor that into combat. So essentially, you know how like when you're playing another fighting game and everyone feels different, you know, you feel like all the fighters have a different property to them? We would have had that in a wrestling game. And think about the characters that you have in a wrestling game and how everyone is unique and everyone has their own gimmick and everything, and the creativity that you can do with wrestling characters, especially in a cartoon havoc kind of game like this. To simply put it into 3 words, we were robbed. There were also some match types that were cut from All Stars as well. We needed more modes. We had ladders and tables match modes working before we shipped WWE All Stars, but some people were too afraid they would take too much time to fix, so they got cut. You heard that right, WWE 2K20. No, but seriously, it is a bummer that these match types never made it in. I mean, 2011 was the year of the tables and ladder physics. While SmackDown vs. Raw was offering the best TLC physics of all time, All Stars could have offered an added twist on the match types. The tables match was particularly fun. It was a fast-paced match made where you had to throw the opponent through as many tables as possible to win, but we changed some of the rules. I would have experimented with different weapons you could throw with different velocity trajectories and speeds to mix things up. I would have overhauled the way weapons worked and give them distinct combat properties. Just pain. You guys that have played the greatest wrestling game of all time will know that it is very fun to create unique TLC spots in that game. Just imagine how it would have been with the bouncing and the big moves of All Stars. It would have been amazing. Also, we always wanted to take the fight backstage since there is so much you can do there gameplay wise. There were a lot of other ideas and fixes as well, but these are the ones I can think of the top of my head. I can easily swallow the pill that these things wouldn't have made it into the original game, into the first of the franchise, but it sucks because again, imagine how goated an All Stars 2 would have been alongside WWE 12. Now, I know many of you are going to point to 2020's WWE Battlegrounds game and say that is essentially WWE All Stars on some kind of hornswoggle infused steroids. And I mean, to you, I'd go ahead and say, shut the f up, you little cunt. Don't even really count WWE Battlegrounds as an official entry in the series, let alone a sequel. It's what I call pandemic tax. If there was no pandemic, there's no way this game would have been released as a yearly title, if, you know, barely a mobile game. All Stars, simply put, was the best. And it wasn't just exhibition matches either. It also had 2 key modes called Fantasy Warfare and Path of Champions, along with the ability to play online. Fantasy Warfare was a mode full of dream matches with different tags like the Battle for Mr. WrestleMania, the Greatest Warrior, the Battle of Lifestyles, which was CM Punk against Stone Cold Steve Austin. What's that? Oh, that match will happen in 2024? DDJ can confirm. Uh-huh. Okay, I'll let them know. Thank you. But for those of you who may remember, I actually went back to this mode about a year ago and it still holds up as a good time. The Path of Champions mode featured one for Undertaker, one for DX, and one for Randy Orton, which I checked out again recently, which had little cutscenes and unlockables for completing the gauntlet of matches in that mode. And as I got more warmed up with the physics and mechanics of the game again, I was seriously pulling off some insane sequences. Please just go ahead and enjoy this entire ending sequence to this fatal 4-way. Oh my god, what? Oh, he's hacking blood. No. Oh, he missed me. Oh, Bret Hart's gone. What the hell? He did it again. Oh my god, what? Oh, no. Oh my god. What? I'm still alive. Did Macho Man Randy just took a bullet for Randy? Oh, you tried. This guy's got two. Oh, what a counter. I actually got it off. Oh, no, wait a second. I'm hearing voices, King. I'm hearing voices. Ooh. Look, listen to the crowd. They're chanting RKO. Them boys no ball. Oh, no. He got me with the cheese. No. What? Come on. Or maybe even this one from my Guerrero versus Mysterio match. Oh, my God. Oh, get out of here, you pint-sized jabroni. I'll be seeing you later, bitch. Okay, whatever, Newman from Seinfeld, we don't care. Now, the reason I bring these modes up is not to review them in hindsight, that's not really what this video is about. However, it got me thinking again about the hidden potential a All Stars 2 or a sequel, whatever it might have been called, could have shown. Just imagine if they built on what they had here and delivered a game mode called Fantasy Warfare 2, with even more dream matches or even a Path of Champions successor that featured stories and cutscenes closer to what we saw in the Road to WrestleManias of the time. With the creative outlet and the way they were cooking around this time, it would have been so fire. But for obvious reasons and, you know, the company closure and everything, it never happened. I also think having more match types in the next game, like tables matches, ladder matches, or maybe even an Inferno match for us that love fire, would have been something I wish we got to experience. But just imagine if there was like a floor is lava mode where you had to try and, you know, incapacitate your opponent and throw them into lava. This is the kind of game that could have done creative stuff like that. Not to mention the possibilities of, like, you know, you think back to SmackDown Here Comes the Pain and the helicopters outside and the ability to climb buildings and stuff. Just imagine what you could have done with All Stars. They already said they wanted to go backstage. Imagine how they could have cooked on that goddamn stove. I also discovered the PlayStation 2 version of All Stars for the first time this time around. I knew it existed, I had just never seen it. And let me tell you, it looks like the most scuffed Havoc of all time. Still somehow better than WWE Battle Mid. I think much like Rockstar with their Bully and LA Noire games, All Stars will sadly always remain a very well made one and done, leaving a lot to be desired. Not in the sense that the games didn't deliver, because they did, but more in the sense that the franchise's namesake could have given us so much more.